Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 107 of the Mamapreneur Podcast. Welcome. Tonight, you are in for an amazing treat. I get to interview three amazing ladies from all over the country, all doing amazing things. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear their stories, their journeys, their why behind what they do, who they serve, and they're all just fabulous. So I cannot wait for you guys to get to know them. So before I even get to these ladies, first things first, I got a couple of assignments for you guys before we go any further. I love it. You better give me some applause. So first things first, I need you guys sharing the live broadcast. Share. Whether you're watching me right now on YouTube, if you're watching me on Facebook and LinkedIn, make sure that you are sharing tonight's live. You never know. There may be a giveaway in there for you, but you got to share the live in order to be a part of the giveaway. All right. So that's first. Next, if you are a business owner in the audience, I want you to give me your business info in the chat, your links to your website, social media, all the things. So put that in the chat as well. All right. Then the cool part about this platform is that people from all over get to watch this show. And so I want to know firsthand, where are you watching us from? Where are you tuning in from? Put that in the chat as well. And of course, Kesha's going to give you fanfare, just so you can type in little fanfare music while you type in where you're tuning in from. So I'm gonna treat this as I'm a teacher today. Your review is to share the live or replay and give me a hashtag replay. Let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you're a business owner in the chat, go ahead and tag your business info in the chat, website, social media, email address, hey, phone number at this point. It doesn't matter. All right. Girl, you gave me some music. Oh, Lord. Okay. So, shouts out to Kesha LaShawn. She is CEO and founder of Power Team. And we are in episode 107 episodes in, 5 years. Yeah, we just celebrated 5 years last episode. Okay. Yes. Thank you, sis. Let's do it. So, for those who may not know who I am, my name is Robbin. Hi. I am hostess with the mostest of the Mamapreneur Podcast, where we believe in spotlighting women businesses from all over the world, giving them global exposure. All right. So, baby, you gonna continue to clap for me all night? Let's do it, girl. Come on now. Don't you just wish you had somebody with a nice button for claps? And they just clap. You just continuous claps. Just So I have a few announcements before I get into my spiel. So now booking for the Mamapreneur Podcast for September 2026. So if you're a business owner and you're looking to get more exposure for your business, talk to me. And so the link should be posted. Kesha should be posting that link in the chat shortly. And so she is continuing to clap. She better come on. All right. So Mamapreneur Podcast 2026. Well, actually, the remainder of 2026, the September through December. All right. Okay. Next, for my women business owners that are in Dallas-Fort Worth, if you are wanting to get more content for your brand, I'm your girl. So Mamapreneur Media Experience It's where it's at, where I provide content for you and your brand that will convert you and your brand. So, Mamapreneur Media Experience. All right. Also, if you're in the DFW area, I am hosting my first annual gala for Team Robbins Divas, October 17th, 2026. Now partnering with business owners. So if you're interested in being a partner with us for the gala, send me a DM or book a call directly with me to learn more information. All right. Next, I am hosting events throughout DFW within the month of April, May, and June. All right. So tomorrow, hosting the Mamapreneur Networking Dinner in Plano, Texas. Registration is closing soon. So link should be posted shortly so you guys can register and come be in the room. All right. Next, I am hosting a virtual event April 28th, which is next Tuesday. And it's all things about hosting events. So link should be posted shortly, and I'll make sure that you guys get information on the events webinar. Come and be in the room. Well, virtual room. All right. May 17th, 2026, Fort Worth, Texas. I am hosting the Mamapreneur Mother's Day brunch. So if you want to get cute and go to brunch, this is the place to be. So links at some point, links should be posted shortly. Mamapreneur Mother's Day brunch. And lastly, you like a little wellness in your life. June 6, 2026, Frisco, Texas. The second annual Mamapreneur Wellness Experience. So it was amazing last year, really big reception, and now we're doing it again for the second year in a row. So if you want to know more about that, contact me directly on how you can get in the room for the Mamapreneur Wellness Experience. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't have Robbin's 2 cents. And so I got a few gems for you. So I talk to entrepreneurs all the time, all day, every day, about something business related of some sort. And so today's topic is no different. And so just want to encourage someone today that may be at a stage in their business that they're like, dude, it's time for something different. I'm ready for something different. What's working, what was working is not working. I need to make some changes in my business. I'm hearing that a lot from entrepreneurs. And so I titled this, Scale Smarter, Not Harder. So scaling is a big part of business. At some point in your business, you are going to have to scale in some shape, form, capacity, period. I don't care if you've been in 5 minutes, 5 hours, 5 days, 5 years, 15 years. At some point in your brand, you will have to scale. So, and it's not about doing more. It's about building systems. You hear a lot of people talk about systems, but systems really work. Just saying, having systems and having a plan, it really prevents work burnout. You hear a lot of people today, especially business owners. A lot of business owners are burnt out, and so scaling can help big time in that arena. All right. So when you scale it, you create leverage with your brand. You create more time for your business. I bet you some of y'all right now stay up to midnight or all hours of the night working your business. Well, if you scale that baby, you can cut a lot of time out of doing that, and you probably can get you some sleep. I was talking to myself at one point. We now go to bed at a reasonable hour and not up to 1 a.m. doing stuff. So I know I ain't just talking to myself. Just saying. So scaling creates consistency in your business. Time to generate real revenue for your brand. And it's not just to make money, but to run a functioning business that grows and it pays you when you're not even in the room, when you're sleeping, when you're not always at it. So scale smarter, not harder. That's all. That's my 2 cents today. All right. So before I get to my guest, first things first, I need you to share the live. Share the live. And we are an engaging podcast. So if you have a question for any of the guests today, please make sure that you're asking questions. If you like us, you like something we have on, you agree on what we're saying, type that in the chat as well. All right. Talk to us. We don't bite. Okay. So my first guest, her name is Nikki Pete. She is a Dallas-based medical esthetician, professional laser technician, and founder of Skin 32 Aesthetic Studio. With a background in luxury marketing, I wish I had my long hair in, luxury marketing, and a passion turned purpose during the COVID-19 pandemic. Nikki is known for her results-driven approach to skin barrier repair and long-term skin health. She blends science, strategy, and artistry to deliver transformative results through advanced treatments and biologic skincare, redefining modern aesthetics, where healthy skin is the standard and confidence is the result. Ladies and gents and ladies, give it up for Nikki Pete, Skin 32. Yes, honey. You go off you now. Hey, girl.
Hi.
Welcome to the Mamapreneur Podcast.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. And as you see, you are loved. You are loved because you're getting the hand claps already. You ain't even said a word yet. You're just getting hand claps,
Well, thank you for the hand claps already.
So I just need somebody to walk around with you and just press that
button. Just stand right beside me and keep clapping.
Okay. So, Nikki,
yes.
Tell everyone about Skin 32. What made you say, hey, I'm going to start this brand?
So, skin has always been a passion of mine. It's been a micro career outside of my main career, which was marketing. And I decided, of course, like everybody else going through the COVID season, everyone's doing a lot of reflecting, trying to figure out what their purpose is and what their next move is going to be. And the Lord brought to me that it's time for me to focus on helping individuals with skin confidence. And so I put myself through school after moving here from San Francisco in 2017 and learned all things skin, and decided once I was in there that I wanted to bring the scientific information into, the topical, so that way it lasts longer, the results last longer, and people are seeing better results. And education is a huge, huge portion of my business. I love educating and sharing with people how to take care of their skin, what ingredients are important to use, and how to reach their skin goals. But the passion stemmed from, I grew up playing sports, basketball at a young age. I actually had back knee and wasn't quite sure how to fix that, and started digging into ingredients and reading and learning things. So that sparked my skin passion.
Absolutely, because it starts there.
Yes.
We're both in the business. It starts with the skin. I don't care how much makeup you slather on your face.
Yes. Absolutely. You have to take care of the skin. And I am
Yes,
here to help.
absolutely. So you've started Skin 32. Talk about just the journey of what you've learned so far, becoming independent. As a
Mhm.
person who's still low key does it,
Yes.
I remember from working in chain salons to independent because you everything. You marketing, you getting all the products, you ordering the products,
Mhm.
you receptionist.
Yes.
Hey, luckily you come in, there's booking sites. When I started
Yes.
28 years ago, you had an appointment book, honey. You had your book, honey. Sue is coming in at 12 o'clock.
Oh, I couldn't
Okay, at this,
imagine doing.
we're not doing that no more.
Thank God.
Yes. And so all the trends have changed. Oh,
Mhm.
since you've come into your private space. So talk about that process of, okay, I'm going to go independent.
So the process of me going independent, it was scary at first, just taking that leap.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, it was scary when I took the leap from corporate and moving into studying something completely different from what I had been doing in the past, and completely switching careers. So that was scary, number one. Um, but then deciding to open up my own space, um, it was scary at the beginning, but once I took that leap, one, I reached out to individuals who had businesses and kind of picked their ears and asked them questions in regards to how they started and what funding did they start with, because that's important. I wanted to make sure that I had the products that I wanted in my studio that's important to me, which is pretty much my driver, what separates me from everyone else.
Yep.
um, and then also having the technology that will help long term and really help those results. And so that part was scary, but then once I learned that, I just went for it. And after that, things just started falling into place. I was still working part-time at my part-time or full-time gig at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and that was the first year. And so I was still kind of holding on, like, no, I'm not quite ready yet to, go out and be fully into Skin 32 or at the studio full time just yet. But after that year, I was like, okay, I have to take a leap of faith
Yep.
and I have to just dive in. And that's what I did. And I am happy that I did. I will not turn back, and I have not regretted any of it.
Absolutely. Talk about the continuing education of it all.
Mhm.
Because in the beauty industry, again, things are always constantly changing. So
Mhm.
talk about that piece of it. Even for skincare. I
Yes.
remember when nobody was doing hydrofacials until now seeing hydrofacials. I remember when no one was doing dermaplaning. Now people are doing dermaplaning and microneedling and all that stuff today.
Yes. There are a lot of trends. And what has been really helpful for me is knowing what I want to offer and focusing on that. And as I go out to these conferences and meet people and learn of new technologies,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm online researching and reading about ingredients and staying on top of my own products, because oftentimes I feel like there's a lot of room to continue growth. And
Yeah.
that's important to me, to make sure that I'm talking to my clients on how to help them reach their goals, and also using products and ingredients that's really going to help them get there. So continuing education for me is extremely important. Going to science-backed conferences that have to do with skincare and new technologies, um, Also, networking, being a part of women's groups, that's been extremely helpful for me as well. But yes, staying on top of my education and reading constantly and researching has been really helpful for me, for sure. And it's something that I have to do. I have
Yeah,
to.
for sure. For sure. Talk about your most popular services that you offer at the spa.
So, one of my most popular services right now is microneedling with skin pin. I use stem cells and growth factors that help
Wow.
with skin rejuvenation, and also it lowers the downtime. So, you have about 24-hour downtime with microneedling. And for those who don't know what microneedling is, what it is, it's a handheld device, and it creates little micro channels in the skin which forces the skin to go through its natural healing process. That helps with correction of PIH, which is hyperpigmentation. It also
Mhm.
helps with acne scarring. It helps with brightening. It helps with overall skin rejuvenation. So normally that downtime would be, I would say, about 5 to 7 days if you're just using occlusives or Vaseline, just to keep the skin hydrated. But for me, it's important to use those regenerative ingredients that slow down, well, speed up the healing process, but also limits the downtime, so you don't have a lot of downtime. So yes,
Gotcha.
that's one of my most popular ones right now, outside of also doing my rejuvenative facials.
Got it. Got it. So I got a couple rapid fire questions for you.
Okay.
And so you just, whatever comes to mind, just go.
Okay. I'm ready.
Ready? Tell us your life story back when you were five. No, don't tell us your life story. No, just playing. The one product, skincare product that you can't live without.
My peptides,
Why?
because they help me stay youthful. And at that cellular level, they keep my skin on point, my barrier strong, and you'd be surprised if you knew how old I was.
She's 12, y'all.
I
Don't believe the
am.
hype. She got that
I
Benjamin
got that.
Button.
Yes, I got that Bruce Jason Benjamin Button happening.
Hey, put that as my next question. How old are you? No, just like, don't answer that.
I am
No,
not telling. No, I'm
no,
kidding.
don't answer that. All right. Next question. Most underrated skincare step. People overlook it. They're like, I don't think I need to do that, but they should.
Exfoliation. A lot of people believe that they do not need to exfoliate, and it is
Mhm.
important that you exfoliate. And I'll share with you why. Because if you do not exfoliate, you have this dead layer of skin that's sitting on top, on that top layer, and it looks very dull. So
Yeah.
it also blocks your products from penetrating the skin, which means you're not getting the benefits of those ingredients that you're using topically because that dead skin is blocking it from penetrating. So exfoliating the skin is extremely important.
Okay. How does healthy skin actually impacts a woman's confidence?
You just walk out into the world feeling like you own it.
Yeah.
Period. That's
Period.
it.
Shut up, son. Biggest transformation from a client.
um, oh, I've had a
Came in,
couple.
came in looking one way,
Yes.
and you
Uh,
voila, and you made
I
them, transform their lives with the
yes.
care you're
So
using.
one client I have that's top of mind right now. I have two that's top of mind, but this one I will share with you. Came in, had rosacea really bad to where she was breaking out along her lower half, along her chin, around her mouth, cheeks, everything red, um, just inflamed pretty much.
Got it.
And within 3 months, we cleared that up, and her skin looks amazing. And if you're curious as far as like what it looks like, you can definitely go to my Instagram page. It is on there for you to be able to see. But
Okay.
yes. that was one of my blown out of the mind transportation or transitions for a client.
Skincare product that people don't use correctly.
Oh, sunscreen. You either use it or you're not using it. And if you are using it, you're not using it consistently. And it is important not only because it's protecting your skin, but it also helps with aging. That sun will break your skin down to where we call it oxidation,
Yes.
to where you start looking older because the skin is breaking down your skin. That sunscreen is protecting that. So it is important that you wear that sunscreen, even if you are inside most of the time and you sit next to a window. That window, those UVB and UVA rays still come through that window and can break down that skin.
Absolutely. And especially for us African Americans, please use your sunscreen.
Yes.
Don't be over here like, I don't need that. Yeah, you do.
Yes.
We all do.
Yes. And another thing to add to that is for us particularly, our melanocytes, which is where our melanin, the color of our skin is produced, it goes crazy if you're not protecting your skin. So it starts overproducing that color and you start seeing that discoloration on the top layer of the skin because your skin is thinking it needs to be protected. And those melanocytes are there to protect the skin. So then you start seeing more hyperpigmentation. So you want to limit that. So yes, I would definitely say wear your sunscreen for sure.
That was the next question. Look at you thinking like me. I know the answer, but I want you to still tell everybody.
Okay.
Best product to use for hyperpigmentation.
Ooh, for darker skin tones, I would say a licorice root. That's going to stop or slow down the production of the melanocytes, which can go crazy. So that also helps with a little bit of brightening as well. So that would be my number one. Look into a licorice root.
Love that. Love that. Next, what is next for Skin 32? Do we have any new services coming up? What's next?
Yes, we do have a new collaboration coming up, and you'll just have to wait to see what that is.
I love it. All right, new collaboration. You better collaborate. Does that include, hold on, being funny now, because my next question was kind of under that. Do you see yourself expanding into a product line or educating?
Yes to both. More so educating before the product line for sure.
I can see you having one. That's why I asked.
Yes.
I can see that. I see that for you. I see that for you. All
You're
right.
in my head.
I am. Let everyone know how you can be followed, how they can book with you today. She is in the Dallas Fort Worth area. So tell them, girl.
So you can find me on Instagram at skin, that's spelled SKYN_32. And underneath my bio, you will see a link to where it will take you to book on my site, or you can visit my website at www.skin32studio.com.
Awesome.
And don't forget to follow me.
Yes, don't forget to follow her. And if you are in the DFW area, I need you to go check her out, book an appointment, at least a consult, at least so she can at least look at your face, so she can advise you on next steps and a treatment plan. So yes.
I would love to help. I'm here for that.
Absolutely. Well, Nikki, thank you so much for being here with me today. Pleasure as always to, link up.
Yes.
So linking up in this case on the Mamapreneur Podcast. But thank you so much, sis. I look forward to connecting in person.
Yes. And thank you for the invitation.
Yes. Thanks, babes. Have a good night.
You too.
Everyone give Nikki some claps in the chat. Give her some claps in the chat. But before I bring up my next guest, please do not be shy in the chat. Got questions for our guests, make sure you type them in the chat. Talk to us. We don't bite. All right. So that was DFW, honey. And now we're going to migrate over to Florida. Her name is LaTarsha Jones, founder of The Reading Bench. The Reading Bench is built on her love for books, building community, and strategic coaching. As an educator and leader with over 25 years of experience, she has learned three components that are essential to any successful educational and personal development system. Through her time as a principal and educator, she has always been known to be unapologetic about what she's doing and what's good for her students. It is the core of everything that she believes in, and she is bringing that to the reading bitch. So, ladies and gents and ladies, LaTarsha Jones, founder of the Reading Bench.
Okay. Hey y'all.
Hey boo thing, how you doing,
girl.
boo?
Hey girl.
There you go. Welcome. So I gave that very professional bio, but I'm gonna call her other things at the moment. She opened her mouth.
I already know you about that.
She opened her mouth, so I call her sis.
Yes, you do.
I call her prayer warrior.
Yes, ma'am.
Your love for God is just, I mean, it is amazing to see it just in action, just right off the bat. Your passion for education, your passion for the cheerings, not the children, the cheerings.
Yes, ma'am.
I just love you. So I'm just glad that you're here and you're in the room today.
Yes, ma'am. Glad to be here. So
absolutely excited. So tell the people about the journey. How did you get to, okay, education, but all right, I want to coach and pour into other educators as well?
Yeah, so interesting. So I was raised by my grandparents, and so I've just been driven because they always pushed me to just keep going. Came from a big family. I was one of the first to graduate from college, and I was just always striving, and education just came naturally for me. And as a part of that, I just pursued, and I always found myself linking arms with somebody, like real talk, just linking arms with somebody saying we're about to do this. Even in college, my best friend and I, we met because we were the last two that got picked for a group on this project in our math class at Florida A&M University.
Come on, Rattler.
Stay and will. And she and I looked at each other and we were like, okay, let's do it. And when I say we knocked it out the box, like we collaborated. And so from FAM, I just learned about networking and collaborating and going through that process. And so I found myself year after year after year, people would seek me out, and it just came easy and natural for me. And I've been doing it. I went on and got my certification to become a teacher support specialist. I taught for 7 years. Coach, and I moved into becoming an assistant principal. And I thought that that's where I was going to stop. Like I really was behind the scenes. And honey, girl, now they done made me a principal.
Bless your heart.
And I'm still coaching. Like that really is my heart. And that's where I am 31 years this year. And I still love it. But I know that there is a need for teacher coaching. And I'm not talking about teacher professional development that the district level gives you.
Not instructional coach. Yeah.
I am talking about your personal coaching for you as a teacher. So yeah, that's how I got.
Nice. So what has been, I say, starting Reading Bench, what has been an eye-opening thing for you? What have you seen with educators that have come through your pipeline? What has been very eye-opening for you to see?
They wait for people to tell them who they are. The parents tell them who they are or who they think they are. We get to tell them who they are through evaluations. The kids tell them who they are. Their colleagues tell them who they are. But they don't ever take that power and determine who they are.
Wow.
they're not curious about who they are. They are that has blown my mind. The lack of reflecting, like I'm always like, like, okay, well, why I wonder why I did that, or how can I do this differently? And there are a lot of people who do that. So I'm not gonna say overarching that's the case. But the people that I have coached are waiting for somebody to assign them a value. Am I effective? Am I highly effective? Do I need improvement? So they're looking at the rubrics that the district
Has
gives
given.
them
Mm-hmm.
and says, okay, you made the mark. Okay, your school grade is this. Okay, the parents are saying you are this. Even if you're great, even if you're like, oh, she is the best teacher, but is that all you are? Is that all you are? And so
Wow.
I created a workbook a couple of years ago, and it talks about questions that teachers should be asking themselves. You determine that. You determine that. So that has been really what has driven me in these last few years to be like, y'all not asking the right questions, and y'all not curious enough.
Absolutely. Now, are you working with teachers from all over the country?
All over.
All over. That's good. I was just
over.
wondering just with what you do for your service. So we may have an educator that may be watching right now. Maybe like, I need to go work with her. So that's why I'm asking that question.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter where you are, I think, because it's the same system.
Yes.
The system is you teach, they tell you if you're performing well, and then you keep doing that every year.
So besides kind of teachers kind of need to reevaluate what they think of themselves, what are a couple mindset shifts right now an educator should kind of change just a little bit?
I think the first thing is you don't have to stay in the same place for 5, 10, 15 years. So I got to a point where every 5 years I would move schools or positions. Because so the system is built on you retire after a certain number of years, right? And we think that you have to do that in the same school, the same district, the same grade level, under the same leadership. You don't. And so I kept getting promoted, and I had different experiences. I have worked in a school that was half built. It wasn't even completely built. We moved in and figured it out. It was one of the best experiences I've had.
Okay.
I worked in gated communities where we had celebrities from Atlanta Housewives or whatever on. I've worked in communities where we had a high Jewish population where, baby, they had so much money, and somebody told me they didn't want me to work with their white child. I've worked in a school that was 30% Black, 30% white, 30% Hispanic. And it has created such a wealth of knowledge in me that I wouldn't have gotten had I stayed in my affluent Asian and white community.
Yeah.
So that's the first mindset that an educator can make today. If you have been in any place 5 years, it's time for you to consider either getting a certification, moving positions, or moving schools. I think that's one of the first things. You haven't seen enough.
Yeah.
You haven't seen enough.
That's good.
Yeah. That's one of the things. I think the other thing is leadership isn't for everyone. Leadership isn't for everyone. And you can be a leader in your classroom.
Yeah.
Right? So leadership, there's levels to leadership. And so my niche is really teacher leaders. Teacher leaders are those people who are going to take the initiative. They're going to set the tone. They're going to do the things in their classrooms right now. They don't have to wait to become an assistant principal. They may never want to be an assistant principal, but they're going to be that person you can count on, who's going to go to the trainings. They're going to set the tone. They're going to do all those things. They can lead from right where they are, and they're going to bring people with them, and they're going to have the strongest grade level team in the entire school.
That's good.
And so, teacher leaders, leadership isn't necessarily just because you become a principal or an assistant principal. You can be a teacher leader. You can be a leader from your classroom. So that's the second shift that I think you can make. And I think finally the third shift would be, even if you're not good right now, it's a not yet. You can be better if you ask the right questions and if people are honest with their feedback. One thing, I could probably get 20 people on the phone right now who can tell you that I have given them some hard feedback in a loving way, and it changed the trajectory of their lives when it comes to education. And so just because you're not great right now doesn't mean you can't be.
And that's where that professional development comes in too. Always be learning, always be growing and evolving. Always. Because in 5 years, 3 years, surpassed, what you were, the area you were in right now. You can learn so much, a lot can happen in a short amount of time. So yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
That's good. So you've been an educator through the pandemic, all the fun of that. You don't want to ever go back there again, Jesus. But I noticed from that time frame even till now, and I don't think the pandemic had anything to do with it. I think it just heightened it. You see a lot more educators feel stuck, burned out. Hey, maybe looking to move around, don't know what that looks like. What words do you have for the person, the educator right now, whether they're teacher, assistant principal, instructional coach, whatever? What words do you have for them right now in a state of being stuck or burnt out in their profession today?
Yeah. I always go back to the common thing is you have to get curious about why that is. Because most of the time we talk about the pandemic and we talk about being stuck, but education, a lot of things are easier for teachers now than it was when I was becoming a teacher back in the day. Because right now, I literally the teachers now can go to a website in our district and get their lesson plans and just print them off.
Great.
I didn't have that. As teachers, we would get into a room or we would be at home and we had to handwrite and look at the teachers' manuals and come up with lesson plans on our own. We didn't have the technology. We don't have a lot of things. And I tell my teachers all the time, what y'all gonna do if you don't have no technology? What if you didn't have these things? What if you didn't have that? See, Tasha, I can go in the classroom and teach my face off today with a piece of paper and a pencil. Period, point blank. Because we had a different foundational thing. So I think today's teacher, while yes, there are different demands and yes, the times have changed, you still have to get curious as to, number one, why do I feel stuck? Because the circumstances now, we felt stuck back then too for certain reasons. The times have changed, but you still have to go within yourself and see, why am I stuck? Okay, go back to what I said. Is it time for me to make a move? Have I gotten complacent in the school that I am? Am I serving in the right capacity? Am I serving the right population? Because sometimes we go over and we serve students because we want to be in a predominantly Black community, right? But you know what I found is I got recruited to teach in a predominantly white community in North Atlanta. And I was like, but you know what? There are a handful of Black children over there who had never had a Black teacher. I was called over there for a season.
Yeah.
Then another season, I needed to be an instructional coach. So you have to evaluate what season you're in and what it is you need in the time. So you got to get curious. And I would suggest, I have a workbook right now, questions every teacher leader should be asking themselves. And it walks you through questions that you need to be asking yourself. But it also what steps are you going to take? What steps are you going to take in order to get you where you need to go? And it's like you got to dig in and really answer these questions and take yourself through your own professional development. And we don't do enough of it. Teachers don't do enough of that.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys in caught all these gems. Hope you picked up what she put down. Tasha, tell the people how they can connect with you right now if they want to learn more about the Reading Bench, being in your program. Hey, for you to, set them straight just for a moment.
Yeah.
Pop out a little girl at them at some point of the day.
Yeah. So here's what I do want to say. Number one, I am very selective in this season because I help teachers walk out their calling.
Absolutely.
With confidence and curiosity. So if you were to go to my link tree that's on my Instagram page, it's going to give you a link for teacher leaders to connect with me, right? And you can get in there, and that's for people who are ready right now, because I'm real. Like, I can walk you through, let's talk right now, and in real time we can walk you through. But I do want to give somebody an hour of my time.
Absolutely.
And that is for one person who is ready right now. And all they got to do is DM me. And then I want them to DM me and say, I'm curious about. And you got to be curious about something in your career right now, in your classroom, and where you are. But typically, if you go to my link, you can sign up right now. It talks to you about teacher leader connections. You can DM me. I'm accessible through that. Those are the easiest ways to get me. I'm a full-time principal, so I'm very selective with who I serve. But I would also, and I will drop this on my Instagram page in the next couple of days. I would encourage you, if you want to do a pacing and walking through your own self journey, I would say get this workbook from me, and I'll drop the link and the details about this workbook, because it is a great project for you to work on over the summer. And I'm contemplating doing a little summer shink-da-dink with a group of teachers to walk them through the workbook as well. So more details to come on that.
Amazing. So you can go follow her right now on Instagram at the Reading Bench. Send her that DM if you are serious and you're an educator and you're serious about taking it to the next level. I think Tasha is amazing at what she does, honey. But she's going to give you the real. If you want somebody that's going to play with you a little bit, she is not the one that's going to give you just the soft. She's not going to, she's going to give you real. I'm gonna love it with love. But it's gonna be the real. And so thank you, sis, for being on tonight, gracing us with your presence, dropping all those gems. I'm gonna say it again. If you're an educator in the audience, you're watching me right now, you're watching the replay, I need you to pick up what she put down. I need you to go follow her right now at the Reading Bench Instagram. Go on to the link in bio. Amen. I need you to go ahead and click that and connect with her.
Yeah.
She's the business. Thank you, sis, for being on tonight. I appreciate you. Y'all give Tasha some claps in the chat. That's my girl right there. Oh my God. All right now. So we went to Florida, Georgia. We had DFW. Now we're gonna go all the way to Queens. Her name is Adina Presley, founder of ALP Innovations. She is, honey, hold on, award-winning author. I wish I had my long hair in. She is the award-winning author, visionary founder, and global women's leadership architect, architect, whose work empowers women to rise with clarity, courage, and legacy. As the author of the International Impact Book award-winning memoir, Rise Into You, she blends truth-telling strategy, and soul to guide women through reinvention and purpose-driven leadership. Her influence spans international stages, media platforms, and community initiatives, making her rise a cultural voice for empowerment, identity, and intentional living. Live from a photo shoot that she just finished, Adina Presley, y'all. Welcome her in. Give her some claps. Hey, fresh from the photo shoot, okay? Makeup done, ready to go, ready for her close up, honey. Welcome,
Yeah,
Adina.
I appreciate you so much for dealing with me, because today was a day, but it was a great day. So thank you so much.
Hey, that is okay. As a person who has a lot going on all at once and can manage it all, I get it, and so it's okay. You are here. You're here now.
Yes.
So, first off, thank you so much for being here with me tonight. I love the power of community and being in certain rooms, and we met in the virtual. And so, Adina, let everyone know about you, how you got started, this amazing brand that you have today that we out here doing photo shoots and such. Carry on.
Okay, well, how I got here was unexpected. After
Okay.
34 years in the financial sector as vice president of operations, I was laid off. And just like the statistics have been showing, over 300,000 women of color after the DEI rollbacks were laid off. Yeah, were laid off.
Yeah.
And I was one of them. And to be perfectly honest with you, when it happened, I was so glad, because I was listening to you talking about burnout, and burnout is a real thing, before it became a
Yeah.
word. Yeah, it's a real thing, and I was experiencing that at the time. So when they went through the transition of doing the layoffs and I got the call, girl, I was so happy. I was like, y'all did me a favor. And because of that, I made the decision. Originally, I wasn't going to do anything. I was just going to hang out and travel, whatever. But it's not in me. It's just not in my DNA to not do something.
Right.
And when I started talking to a lot of women, especially women in corporate America, who felt that they weren't being seen or they weren't being heard, and especially Black women not seeing someone at the same level that they're at, they felt alone. And I decided that, you know what, I'm going to step in, because I've been there. I've done this for over 30 years. So I know what it's like to look to my left and look to my right and not see somebody that looks like me. I've
Right.
been in rooms where I'm the only, not only woman, but then the only Black woman in a room. And I'm looking at a bunch of white men in suits, And so I wanted to be able to provide that mentorship, that coaching, that sisterhood, that connection to women that are in that space. So that's how I got here.
Oh my gosh, honey. Okay. And looking fabulous. I just want to
Thank
put that out
you.
there. Looking fabulous.
I know I got a little glammed up today.
You better glam it up. Hold on. I wish we could see your nails. I was on the phone with her the other day, honey, and she had her nails. Now put them nails back up, honey. Girl, I said, you better do her nails. You better do it. So talk about this book. You wrote a book. What made you want to write this book?
So I always tell people writing a book was not on my bingo card. I can't even I can't even stay focused that long sometimes, because I got 1,001 things on my mind. But what made me write the book was when I initially decided to start my own business. I took a solo trip and I wanted to put my business plan together. So
Yeah.
so I went and I did that, and as I'm putting a plan together, you start to reflect. And as I was reflecting on this solo trip, I realized, I was like, this could be a book. Like when I looked at, my career, and I looked back at just everything as a whole, especially after being laid off, I was like, you know what, this could be a book. But when I wrote the book, I didn't want to write the book from a place of, woe is me. I was writing the book from a place of healing, because when I looked at everything that I've gone through, I was like, I wouldn't be where I'm at today had I not gone through these things. So the
Yeah.
book is actually like a love letter to the women that is reading it. And I think what warms my heart is the feedback that I've been getting back from it. I had one woman tell me she couldn't even get through the introduction in the first chapter without crying her eyes out. So I know that I'm touching women when it comes to all the different uh the different roles that we play. So being a mother, being a wife, being a caregiver, being a career woman, all of that plays a part. So I wrote Rising to You, Reclaiming Power, Love, Life, and Legacy based on all of that, but from a place of healing and to encourage other women.
And so, how do you feel about women that were wanting to be in a certain space in our life and business? We want to be in those rooms we don't quite, feel like we qualify for. How do we change that mindset of, I deserve to be in that room? I may not be the smartest person in the room, which you don't need to be the smartest person in the room anyway. But for those that may feel intimidated by certain rooms, what do you say to that?
Oh, well, I would, and I'm going to speak from my experience. I think a lot of times we feel like we have to fit a mold to be in those rooms. You have to look a certain way. You have to talk a certain way to be in those rooms. But what I found and how I was successful throughout my career was being my authentic self, because I knew I was smart. I knew I was capable of being in those rooms. I knew I was the expert. So when I was able to find that confidence in myself and be my true authentic self from the core, that's how you know that you can do it. And that's something that you have to sit with. You really have to take a minute and you have to sit with it. And when you look at, okay, this is the role or this is the position I want to be in. Yeah. Am I qualified? Am I smart enough? Who can I do the job? And once you answer that truthfully to yourself, that's when you have to step in with your chest out, and say, I belong here. And that's right. And that's where the confidence comes in at. So I would say, be confident and go in at it by evaluating yourself and knowing that you can do it.
So since you are a lady of many talents, you wear a lot of hats, figuratively and literally today. How do you rest? Because you do a lot.
Ooh.
So how do you find time for Adina to rest, reset, and then go back and, be a baddie like you are?
Well, I always say my self-care is not optional. It's my oxygen. So I can't breathe if I can't take care of myself. So just like I can schedule to go to a meeting, to schedule to go to a shoot, schedule to talk to a person, I schedule my time to take care of myself. So everybody hears this story about me. Like every month I go to see my guy Gilberto. He is my massage guy. I see him every month. We've been together for years. I always tell him we should be in a relationship, but I schedule that time in to to reset, restore, and renew myself. And then I also take time when I can fit it in my schedule, and especially when I'm feeling the weight of everything that I'm doing, because I do wear a lot of hats. I make sure I get a spa time in, and I will also say, if you get the opportunity to do this, do it. Do a sound therapy session. It is not a religious thing. It's just it's the sounds and the vibration allows you to be still and one with yourself and feel yourself. And when I say you come out of that feeling so refreshed, so renewed, that is something that I also added to my repertoire. And I do that once a month as well. It keeps you so grounded, and it makes you, and it refreshes you, and it's so invigorating when you come out of it. So I highly recommend it. But you gotta, just like you can schedule a meeting and you can schedule to do everything else, you gotta schedule time for yourself. That's a must.
Absolutely. Massage. How long is your massage? I ask those questions because they really jip you on those 10 minutes. Carry on. How many minutes is your massage?
My massage is an hour. It is the full hour.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. My massage is a full hour. And I recently did a sound bath and a massage combo, and I did that for a full hour as well. That was incredible.
You didn't need to do nothing after that.
I didn't. When I walked out of that place, it was like I was floating.
I bet. So to a woman that's listening right now, who is your ideal client? If someone wanted to work with you today, who would be your ideal client to work with?
I work with all women. I am right now in the process of doing a webinar next week. It's called the Corporate Ascension Blueprint. And this particular webinar is geared towards Black women. And like I said, I work with all women, but because I've been doing a lot of research and because I found that there is a need for support for Black women in corporate and organizational leadership, I felt that it was necessary to do that. So I am hosting that, but I do work with all women, and I do work with women that are at like director and VP level and above, because again, generally speaking, those are the ones who are in these high achieving positions, but they don't have the support and they don't see anybody that looks like them in those roles.
I need you to send me that link whenever you get a moment, please, and thanks.
Absolutely.
I had some people that would find very much lots of value from that. So yes. What is some advice you have right now for a woman in leadership or wants to get into leadership? What advice do you have for her right now? The uncertainty of the times we are in right now.
Yeah. Right now? Yeah, I think I'm going to have to repeat, you have to be yourself. You have to be yourself. You cannot be anybody else. You cannot conform or contort to what you think leadership should look like, because leadership is not one size fit all. And I feel that you get further in your career, you get further in getting to the next level by being your authentic self. So I wholeheartedly believe that. Just like you talked about, the makeup and the nails, like this is who I was when I was in corporate. Yeah. I'm not, I started out with the gray suits. I started out with the black dresses. And when I realized that I just was being somebody else and I wasn't being my true authentic self. And once I started doing that, that's when I saw change, the success, and I saw the change, and I saw how I was drawing people in and bringing in business, and then eventually my career because I started in entry level and my career started to advance. So I say to anybody, stay true to yourself, be you.
All righty. Let everyone know how they can follow you, how they can learn more, how they can get the book, honey. We're going to get these pictures, all these things. Go ahead. I'm playing. Go ahead.
That's okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can be found on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn under Adina K. Presley. The book is on all platforms, but you can get it on, you can get the hardcover and the paperback on Amazon, but I'm on Kindle and all the other platforms where books are sold. Yeah, and if you want to explore more about me, you can go to my website, adinakpresley.com. And I would also like to offer to speak to any woman that wants to potentially work with me, and we can talk and see where this takes you. But yeah, I'm everywhere.
Yes, I love it. Hey, ditto. We're everywhere. I love it. Adina says, thank you so much for being here with us today at the Mamapreneur Podcast. I thank you for juggling the schedule, honey.
I was not gonna miss this. I was like, I'm not missing this. If I gotta sit in my car and I got a light on, people's walking by looking at me.
What are you doing? Yeah, that's okay.
I was gonna be here.
All right. Well, you made it. But yes, thank you so much for being here with us today. Audience, thank you so much for tuning in today to episode 107 of the Mamapreneur Podcast. I pray that you got some gems and some value from not only me, because I'm just so fabulous, but from all the ladies today, that you grabbed a little something from each lady today. Like I said earlier, if you're a woman-owned business and you want to get more exposure for your brand, please get with me directly on how you can be a guest on the show, where you can be spotlighted like these ladies today. You may even be spotlighted from your car like Adina. Never know, but you may be out and about, and that's okay. Not just playing Adina. Also, if you're in the DFW area, tomorrow night, Mamapreneur Networking Dinner, Plano, Texas. Come get in the room. Registration closes soon. Link is in my bio on all social media platforms. And guess what? Y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.